delay. Now, on another matter, just before Thanksgiving, the Senate reached a deal on judicial nominees. Republicans would forego our available procedural roadblocks on the remaining nominations to district courts, which have the votes to be confirmed. In exchange, the Democratic leader wouldn't bring any of the remaining nominations to circuit courts to the floor because they don't have the votes to be confirmed. As a result, President Biden is getting around a dozen more district judges, and the next president will get 4 more circuits to fill. At least, I expect he will. We've already seen 2 partisan Democrat district judges, quote, unretire, end quote, after the American people voted to fire Democrats last month. This is noteworthy. Looking to our history, only 2 judges have ever unretired after a presidential election. 1 Democrat in 2004 and 1 Republican in 2009. But now, in just a matter of weeks, Democrats have already met that all-time record. It's hard to conclude that this is anything other than open partisanship. They roll the dice that a Democrat could replace them, and now he won't. They're changing their plans to keep a Republican from doing it. It's a brazen admission, and the incoming administration would be wise to explore all available recusal options with these judges, because it's clear now that they have a political finger on the scale. This sort of partisan behavior undermines the integrity of the judiciary. It exposes bold Democrat blue where there should only be black robes. But it would be essentially alarming if either of the 2 circuit judges whose announced retirements created these vacancies currently pending before the Senate in Tennessee and in North Carolina were actually to follow suit. Never before has a circuit judge unretired after a presidential election. It's literally unprecedented. And to create such a precedent would fly in the face of rare bipartisan compromise on the disposition of these vacancies. It was no surprise to hear the New York Times bemoan the deal, but its editorial didn't doubt that these vacancies now properly belong to the next president. To borrow from President Obama, elections have consequences. But these consequences are for the political branches of government, for sitting judges to change their announced retirement plans because of the presidential election results, or the Senate executive calendar puts them in 3 zip codes away from their proper judicial role. If these circuit judges unretire because they don't like who won the election, I can only assume they will face significant ethics complaints based on Canons 2 and 5 of the Code of Conduct of U.S. judges, followed by serial recusal demands from the Department of Justice. And they'll have earned it. As I repeatedly warned the judiciary in other matters, if you play political games, expect political prizes. So let's hope these judges do the right thing and enjoy their well-earned retirements. Leave the politics to the political branches. We've just demonstrated that even on an issue as contentious as judicial nominations, both sides can still come together for a good deal.